Hi guys, and welcome to day 4 of your Meet Your True Self video challenge or series. So today we are going to take a deep breath. Yesterday was a very heavy day. Shadow work is never an easy thing to do. So congratulations to you. Most people really never dive into those parts of themselves. Send love to yourself. Continue to do that. But today we are going to meet ourselves in the mirror. This is one of my favorite things to do. This is definitely a happier, more fun day. So, as we get older, we have found in our lives, sometimes in our journey, that we have been so consumed and so busy with presenting a version of ourselves, a version to our family, a version to our coworkers, a version to, our parents, that we lose track of who we truly are. And that is the goal of today's video. It is to truly find out who we are. What do we like? What don't we like? What are some of the goals and aspirations that we have in our life? What are the things that we like that make us who we are? The best way to do that is through play. As adults, a lot of times we stop playing. You ask people like, what are your hobbies and what are your interests? And they'll say, I like to drink wine on the couch, or I like to go out to dinner with my friends, or, you know, um, whatever. That's not a hobby. That's not an interest. Having dinner with friends is not an interest. We all like to be social, but that doesn't get to the core of who you are and what you like and what you like to do. And like I said, the best way to do that is through play. It's almost like inviting the muses in from Greek mythology, right? We're going to invite these muses in, these sisters, and kind of figure out who we are and what we like to do. One of the best ways that I like to do this is through arts and crafts. It is through making a vision board. I do these every year on New Year's with my family. And the question that I always ask myself when I make these vision boards, it's kind of funny. It's like, that age-old question, who do I want to be when I grow up? We stop asking ourselves. We ask little kids that all the time, but we don't ask ourselves that. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now? How do you see yourself? How do you vision yourself at particular points on this journey? And I find that doing vision boards is a really great way to do that. So for your vision board, you can either make it a board, or for this activity, I would even suggest making this a vision book. Just get yourself a blank journal. You can do this on pages and just put it in like a binder, however you want to do it. And I want you to start collecting images. I want you to start collecting quotes, feathers and buttons and sequins and leaves that you find that you like. Anything in your life that like really catches your eye and something that you're interested in and that speaks to you. It's like the original Pinterest board. And the whole kind of purpose of doing this is to really get off of media. You go through Facebook or Instagram all the time and you see something that you like. You're like, oh, love that. And you save it to your camera roll. Well, I have thousands of them on my camera roll, not to be dramatic, but I never look at them. They're not there. It's just like it's a time-wasting, mindless thing that I'm doing. By creating this vision board and collecting all the things in our life that or collecting things that you love, it will help. You'll see this pattern of things that you do like, and you'll see this vision of yourself start coming out of this vision board. So I love using a book for this, because right now what we're doing is we're getting to know ourselves. And what you're going to do is you're going to have this book handy, and you're going to print out these pictures. You're going to write these quotes for yourself. You're going to paint. You're going to make it look pretty. You're going to doodle on it. You're going to find a leaf on your walk that you just love the colors of, and you're going to stick it in that book. And then when you go to bed at night, or when you wake up in the morning or whenever, you're going to look through this book. And what you're doing is you're going to immerse yourself into this world that is just yours, this world that is uniquely yours. A lot of times we find ourselves living in a world for other people. And I want you to create this mental state, this place that you can go to that is just yours, that is just about you. And it's a beautiful thing. And you're going to start seeing this kind of pop off the page, things that you like, places that you want to travel, things that you've never done that you've always wanted to do. Colors that mean a lot to you. Aesthetic, do you want to live in the country? Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to travel to Germany? Have you always wanted to learn Spanish? All of these things are going to pop up. And I also invite you, I invite you to do more child work, but not the inner child work that we did yesterday. I want you to revisit also while you're doing this board and see if it still resonates with you, the things that you liked when you were little. When I was little, I loved history. When I was little, I loved Indiana Jones. I wanted to be an archaeologist. When I was little, I loved making potions in the woods and pretending that I was a witch. And as I got older and I woke up one day and I thought I didn't know who Stephanie was anymore. And I just had completely lost track of her with being a wife and a mother and a daughter and a sister. And I had to get back into the who I was. And I remember I had asked myself that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, well, I can't be Indiana Jones. I guess I could, but this just wasn't feasible for me. But I love history. So what's preventing me from taking a history course at the college? Some might say money, but I did. I went and I took a history course. I buy history books all the time. I go to history museums. The fact that I loved history when I was little didn't mean that because I was an adult and I wasn't going to make my living off of, being a history major, didn't mean that I couldn't still enjoy it. I invited that energy back into my life, and that became something that was very fulfilling for me to, have that play back in my life. The herbs and the tinctures and the potions that I used to make, that kind of led me down the path of becoming a nurse, being a healer and embracing that part of myself. And that made me switch careers, that led to a very fulfilling one. Obviously my love of potions and tinctures and all that, and my love of feminism and always that passion for equality that I had growing up kind of led me to creating this business, empowering women through witchcraft. So all these things and parts of Stephanie that I thought were silly and childish, weren't. They were authentic parts of myself. And I invited that back in, and that really helped me create a very fulfilling and very happy life. There's many parts to living in authenticity and living in your empowered self. And one of them is allowing who you are and your likes and interests to flourish. So that is what I want you to do with this activity. I want you to create this vision board. I want you to immerse yourself in your reality and your likes in this book. I want you to read it and have this be something that's just for you. Other ways that you can do this is through play. When's the last time you played? Go join a soccer league. Go for a hike. Go canoeing with your friends. Do all of these things. Bring play back into your life. Play board games with your kids. Play cards with your spouse at night. Play. Do arts and crafts. If you like making wreaths, you don't have to create an Etsy shop and sell wreaths for a living. You can just make wreaths. I have arts and crafts all over my house because I love arts and crafts. I can do anything with a hot glue gun. I love it. I don't have to make my living off of it. It's something that brings me joy. Do music. Listen to music. Learn an instrument. Poetry. Write. Read books. Get off of social media and have fun with your life. Play. Allow that inner child to come out and play, right? We have healed parts of our inner child, but there's still that child in us that wants to play and wants to be us and wants to be quirky and wants to be unique and wants to be authentic. And I'm telling you today to do that. So create this vision board, have fun with it, collect and create this world of all your interests and likes. Pull out of that vision board the themes and patterns that you find and get to know yourself again. Get to know your inner child. Take your inner child out to play. Send love to yourself. Go dancing. Have fun. Play games. Go on hikes. Go outside. Say hi to the moon. Talk to the sun. Talk to the trees in your yard. Be silly and allow who you truly are to come out. Nothing is silly enough that you shouldn't pursue it. Okay. I use that word, but don't poo poo yourself. If you're interested in something, if you love math, join a math club, go to school, go to school for it. Just take a course. A lot of times people think that when you're older, if it's not devoted to your career or your living, it's a waste of time, but it's not. You know, join a hiking club. Just get yourself out there and play and have fun with your life and invite your inner child to come out and play and become your own best friend. Reintroduce yourself to who you really are and enjoy this one. Take the time to go outside and play today and enjoy your arts and crafts.